So, basically, just to share a little bit of information about the products. So the good thing is that if you're looking for nutrition for your kids, that the tubes are free. So every time an adult orders, the child gets the free chews, which are basically 17 different fruits and veggies in like a little chewy lolly type thing. And they taste really good. Kids love them, which is awesome.
I like them.
Yeah, me too.
Nice.
We go through them way too quickly.
Oh, good job, Joe. There they are. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't think people were going to be on, so I didn't have all my.
No, I didn't know either. But thank you so much, Rach. That's okay. I showed her some stuff when I was down there as well. So, yeah.
So, everything's been scientifically researched. So there's 35 scientific studies done, medical grade studies to prove that they work. So they boost the immune function. The nutrition gets straight into the bloodstream, and they heal the body at a cellular level. So it takes about 4 months for that to happen. So when they're getting these vitamins into them, in their whole food nutrition into their bodies every single day, it heals the body at a cellular level. So that's where it can help with skin conditions, with digestive disorders, with their immune system and all that sort of thing. And it helps them start to crave more fruits and veggies, because whatever you feed your body, it wants more of. It's like when you eat lots of sugar, you just tend to keep craving sugar. When you're getting lots of nutrition, whole food nutrition into your body craves it. So what most people find, and Joe and I definitely have, that when we started the kids on them, they start asking for more fruits and veggies. Like Joe says that her kids go out and eat kale out of the garden, and Noah was the same. You know, like we'd go to the markets and he'd pick a raw capsicum off the shelf and just start eating it. So their palates change and their bodies start craving it. So in that case, you know, they're getting that nutrition into themselves every day, and then they start eating well as well. So the studies prove that. The child health study is conducted, and I think there's something like over 1 million children that take part in the study all around the world. And these children are having less sick days, their general health is improved, their immune systems. What else is in the health study, Joe? Can you add there?
Yeah, so, fewer days off school, drinking more water, better sport and academic performance as well has really come up. So they've surveyed over 1 million kids. And that was one of the main reasons, really, Suze, I got into Juice Plus, was because, one of my sons was refusing to eat veggies, like tantrum every night, crying about eating his veggies. And within 3 weeks, that he was picking kale out of the garden. And even now, like tonight, I just busted them before in the fridge, and I was like, what are they up? And they're eating celery.
Yeah.
So they've really changed.
That was the same. He gets up in the morning and asks, like, for celery, which is just weird. I said, what do you want for breakfast? He goes, I'll just have some celery. I'm like, that's great, honey, but we also need to eat some other food. So
I told Kylie, my friend whose daughter won't eat anything, anymore, any fruits and veggies anymore, about how that the children will just eat the food while you're chopping it up, like the fruits and veggies, before it even hits the pot. And I'll show you the gift she sent me, but it's hilarious. It's like, how do I do that? So I said about how they crave it and, things like that. And it really helps with concentration, doesn't it? With their focus.
Yeah. Everything comes back to nutrition, really. And, it helps, as Joe said, with their academic and their sporting and their sleep and all that sort of stuff. And I think the thing is that these days we're whole food deficient. It's not vitamins that we need, not vitamins from a synthetic multivitamin that you buy, at a chemist. That doesn't really work in the body properly. It's whole foods, and the foods that we have here aren't as nutrient dense as they once were. The soils aren't rich here. They're picked before they're ripe. There's just not as much goodness in the food, and and possibly that's why children don't don't enjoy it as much. It doesn't taste as good, you know. And so that's the thing with Juice Plus. It's grown in really nutrient-rich soils. It's picked when it's really ripe. It's organically grown. And then the process in which it is put into that capsule and the tube is so high-tech. There's nothing else in the world that meets, you know, product really. They say it's the most researched product ever in the world. So, you know, it's the best thing that you could do for your health, really. And we've been on it for our family for, I think, 15 or 16 months now, and we've had 1 or 2 mild colds, like, you know, a day or 2 where everyone's a little bit off and then they're fine. And I do family daycare from home, so kids come to my place with flus and all sorts of things, and the kids might just get a little bit run down, and I just pump them full of extra, you know, tubes and stuff, and they just kick it really quickly. So it's incredible.
Very good. Thank you. What was do you mind touching on just quickly to add into, I just wanted to let you guys know, because it's awesome. Mum, so she's been taking the premium pack for a while now, and the shakes as well. So she used the shakes during chemo when she wasn't hungry. But when they put her on different medications, and she's just gone on blood pressure medication, so she had a break from Juice Plus just to let it get into her body, make sure it was all good. But she said she just got so tired she had to go back on it. She hasn't lost any hair. Her nails haven't broken.
Really?
She's getting out of bed every day. And she said the difference between the week she was off. So I'm happy to share this as well on another meeting if you like, for anyone going through terminal illness. And Mum would too. Like, her face lights up when she talks about it. She's just, so thank you, because she just loves it. She has a week without it, and she said, I can't get out of the chair. So she goes back on it, and then she's back to normal. Well, as normal as she can be. But so I wanted to mention that a little bit. I know it's a bit off topic from what we were focusing on, but just to let you know.
That makes me so happy.
It's so just good. She loves to knit and garden, and she can't do that really now as much, but she can when she's on Juice Plus. So literally I see her when she goes, I'm off for this week. I tried some new medication. Just having a break this week. And then she can't last more than 2 days, and she has to go back on it because she just has no energy at all.
I may have shared with you once before that the CACE, which is the Centre for Advanced Cancer Education, they actually recommend. So it was back in like 2014 or something. I saw an article written by them that they endorse our product. They're not affiliated with our company whatsoever.
No.
But they say that it's the best thing that you can do to help prevention of disease and what do you call, not cure, but recovery. So they say it's the best thing you can do, and they recommend it. So I don't think there's any need for her to have a break. I think it should be able to go along with most medications. But, that's the best recommendation you can get, really, isn't it?
I think she was just overwhelmed by all the medication. She's just like, and then straight back on it though. She wouldn't even 2 days. She just needed to go back on it.
Well, it's good that she knows that. It's good that she can recognise that's how much it's helping. And
she's seen the difference, because it has been the time that now it's in her body on a cellular level, like you talked about. See, that's the side of things I do know about, but I don't know as much as you guys about that side of things. And that's the thing that I think is important to share. I just like to share my story with people and mums.
That's so powerful.
For the simple fact of, especially the eczema, I just don't want people to go through what I went through for that long. Rachel knows. She saw me as a kid. Then she saw me a few weeks ago, and the difference is redonkulous. Like, I'm a size 8 now, by the way, and I was because of the prednisone and the steroids, I was a size 20 in WA. So So yeah, it's amazing. It's just
That's incredible.
Thanks, Rach. Thank you. It is.
I didn't see what she said there.
She said the difference is incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, would it be all right, Suze? You know, we talked on the phone the other day, and I just loved. I've never been able to explain it this simply before, and Rachel relates to this because I was talking to her in Tassie. I probably rambled on a lot, but you got straight to the point when you talked about the cost of fruits and veggies. If you want to buy it and physically put it in your body, you know, as a comparison to, which we still do, obviously, but on a daily basis to get that cellular level for the cost comparison.
Yeah.
You know, so we talked about, is that okay?
Yeah. So at first I thought, because at first when I started, before I joined the business, I was really poor. So any amount of money just seemed like a little bit overwhelming to me. You know, I was like, oh, I can't afford anything. But then I thought about how crap I felt and how good Joe was feeling, and I just said, oh, well, you know, I'll just give it a go. I thought about the cost, and it was, for the premium, it's a little bit less than $30 a week. So I thought, okay, I have that small amount of money, you know, each week just to spend on whatever I want, you know, what do you call it? Like your miscellaneous funds or whatever. $30. I probably bought a bottle of wine with that, you know, or something else, or coffee.
Guilty.
You know, because I felt like crap. So I'd go through Zaraffa's every other day and buy coffee. And I thought, you know what, $30 a week is such a small investment if it's going to make me feel good and if it's going to make me healthy. That's just a couple of things out of the shopping list every week that you can just change to include it into your diet. And the other thing I thought of was, right, okay, if I was going to commit to getting really healthy and it was going to cost me, $4 something a day. If I was to make one veggie juice, it would cost me $4. If I was going to buy one punnet of blueberries, it was going to cost me $6, you know. It's cheaper than juicing. It's cheaper than, you know, trying to add, you know, you couldn't afford to add 30 different fruits and veggies into your diet every day or every week. The cost of that is huge. So it really is, I think, such a small commitment when you think about what it's going to do for your body. And if you're going to try and meet that in another way by buying that stuff from the supermarket, it would cost you a lot more. So
and if I don't, sorry, that's perfect thing. The way you explained it, and I tried to say it that way, you know. So thank you. I'm really bad in general at getting to the point, but and I can relate on terms of saving money on specialists. The chemist
and your
my medication. I never used to be able to walk into a pharmacy without spending $100 on eczema cream, prescriptions. And then now, I'm not sure if I've told you this, but I actually have osteopenia from being on steroids for so long when I was a kid. So it's the onset of osteoporosis. The doctor's pretty sure. My doctor's actually recommending Juice Plus to her patients now.
That's awesome.
So she works with children a lot. She just can't believe my doctor. Yeah.
So from your experience, she's now recommending it.
Yes. Yep. She is.
You need to sign her up, girl.
Yeah, we need to sign her up.
Yeah. No, just from seeing me, like the change in me. She just can't believe. Awesome. She's like, well, I didn't do this for you. So I was like, well, you did. But she said with the osteoporosis, so just the saving on medication, the doctor's visits, you know, things like that. I mean, it's just insane. You know, we're struggling financially hugely at the moment. I'm just sharing that because still managing to stay on it, and it's a priority because it's saving a lot more in the long run for me. And not to mention with everything that's going on personally, I'm happy to share it because you all know with who's on, with mum and everything. That's just, you know, you need to be on top of it. You can't just, a few weeks ago I was in a corner like curled up. What am I going to do? But you just have to keep on top of it. And to be honest, that's the week I'd slacked with taking it. So as soon as I got back on it, focused again, happy, positive, you know, healthier. And she's actually quite convinced that it hasn't progressed to osteoporosis yet because of Juice Plus.
Yeah.
So she's quite convinced that that's why, which is really lucky because now I can prevent it now without it turning into that, rather than having been stuck with that So that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's so many levels it saves on it.
And the other thing is that not only do you get the products, but you get the programs, and that's
the big
program is a world-class program. I mean, without the shred, without doing that challenge and without making those lifestyle changes, you wouldn't have got there either. Like Juice Plus helps massively, but you also need to look after what you put into your body.
Your body, yeah.
And people don't know. People don't really know how to eat whole foods and how to make it simple. And I think that's the thing. The program is suitable for everybody in the family. So it makes it easy. There's shopping lists and everything in there, So
yes, Rachel, you get a program guide with the pack.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rachel just sent a message.
Let me get my thing.
Yeah, Rach, you do, hun. You do get that stuff with the premium pack. And then if you do a challenge, or there's also 30-day just the berry challenges or the trio pack premium pack challenges. But yeah, you do get all access to that as well, and the testimonials page that I sent you stories from. It's awesome because you can see other people and their journey, and it really inspires you. You'll have people jump on and say, I'm having a bad week or a bad day, and really helps because you can totally relate to at least something on there each day, I think.
Yeah.
So the recipes.
So I just went and grabbed some of the ones I've had printed up, Rachel. So this is a recipes to success. There's recipes to success 1 and 2. There's all different kinds of meal plans, food, exercise and gratitude journal, your pantry list of sort of the staples and things you want to keep in your pantry. There's gourmet cleansers. There's the 8-week shred. There's 14-day reset. And then there's the Juicy Body lifestyle program. So what we say is it's a program with nutritional support. So the Juice Plus is the nutrition support that basically goes with the clean eating. So this would be it's a clean eating lifestyle, isn't it, Sue? So it's eliminating, wheat and dairy and not having sugar. And Lanisa, you've seen the results of that because you did the 8-week shred, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah. And it's really about finding, I'll be honest, when Suze first started telling me about it, and she literally told me about it because, she knew everything that was going on because we're good friends. So I was ringing her all the time, either in tears or flustered or, sorry, thank you. But she just said, look, it was more, we were focusing on a level of, I wanted to win the money to come home and first and foremost and make a change for myself in the process. But it gave me drive, and I needed a goal, something to reach for, to stick to it, because I just knew how I was. And to be honest, I was thinking with cleanses and things I've done in the past, and it comes with a program, you do need to buy, well, it's not that you need to buy extra things, but it's changing what you buy and your habits. And I found in those it cost me more money. It was more to do. But I have to be honest with this program, it made everything easier. It was cheaper. Yeah. The foods you buy, you can, either I'd make enough because I was doing shift work. I was by myself by this stage, living with my cousin. We made our own meals. It was just enough. I could make dinner and lunch at the same time, quick and easy, and things I liked eating. And to be honest, I just swapped bread for wraps or gluten-free bread. I just found something I liked. It's about finding what you like so that you're not forcing something in that you don't like, basically, for me personally. Yeah. And then I found I like you said, and then you crave those things anyway. So I changed my 3 changes, and because things are so busy, you don't want to think about changing too much. I just know on my level, and I think Rach, and probably her friend too, is probably in the same situation. If you think of it as something that's going to help you rather than being overwhelmed and thinking it's a lot to take on, it really does open that up for you. So I just gave myself 3 things at a time to try or focus or change. And mine were, I started cooking with only coconut oil. I took out dairy and replaced it with vanilla flavored almond milk because I just needed that bit of sweetness. That was my compromise. And didn't have dairy. And then cut out bread and had gluten-free or something like that. And I was having way too many energy drinks. So it's about finding something. So I'd have green tea instead, just something you like, But I still had coffee. Each day, just with almond milk.
Yeah.
I still made stir fries just with coconut oil and fresh veggies, So I just thought it was important to share that because I know that's something I thought at first, but within a week I was like, I'm sorry, I was wrong. This is easy. I love it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And
I think you can just cook one meal for the whole family.
And that's right. And even from a family situation,
you don't have to count calories and all that sort of stuff. It's just about clean eating, healthy food.
Yeah. And the recipes that you guys post, the slices, the build your own smoothie that we put up that come in the program, they've got just a few ingredients. It's so simple, aren't they? There's not that many ingredients involved or much of a method, and it's so easy and tasty. It's good.
Yeah, they're great recipes,
Yeah. So, I don't know. Rach, if you think of any questions, you can let me know. Or if you can think of anything now you want to ask us.
So, Lenisa, your transformation and your stories with your mum, they are so powerful and incredible. Like, can you imagine if more people that, had chronic illness could actually get their hands on this product and how much it would change their life?
Yeah. We've been sharing the story with a lot of people we know in similar situations, and even the fact that the hospital, you've actually become quite close with the hospital. And, mum tells everybody and then they're telling people. And, it's really just about that time when you get to the point where you're like, I just need to try it. I had to get to my lowest point. This isn't the same for everyone.
Yeah.
But I personally had to get to my lowest point before I was ready to do it. I don't know why. I wish I'd done it sooner, but I think if I'd done it before I was really ready, I wouldn't have stuck to it the way I have. And I think, that's it. But it's just now letting people know how far it can go, like how well it can do for me personally. And I can't hide the truth. I can't hide the happiness. And I can't hide that my skin's clear now. So, and mum can't hide that people say, are you sure she's got cancer? Like, they just can't believe it when you see her. I'll take a photo tomorrow and show you. It's just, mum's not tech savvy in terms of, and her memory is a bit affected now. So I kissed her goodbye the other day and walked away, and she said, you haven't kissed me goodbye. But apart from that, she'll just, whenever she does talk, it's all that she talks about. She just, when people ask about her progress.
She hasn't lost her hair or anything like that is amazing, especially her age, and to go through
she's on 2 types of chemo too, really strong chemo.
That's a really significant thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she hasn't lost her energy. That's amazing.
So I'm just reading what Rach said.
Mum also makes comments of the difference it's made in you, Lenisa. She thinks it's great. She thinks it's great. Yeah.
Thanks, Rach.
It is great, and it's we're just the messengers now, girls. Like,
that's just sharing the story,
Exactly. Like, this product's affected us so hugely and so great. I feel like it's our responsibility to share what it's done. Like you, Lenisa, I had eczema as well. So did one of my sons, and it's completely cleared.
Yep. That's right.
It's incredible. And I was eating mostly organic.
Lives.
Yeah. The big thing too with eczema and allergies that I can't emphasize enough, just getting away from the steroids, getting away from that treatment. And you don't just think of people like, $30 a week versus a $9 asthma spray. Yeah, but think about 10 years' time when you've got your teeth are chipping. My teeth are so weak from all those steroids. Juice Plus has definitely helped as well with the strength of hair, nails, and my teeth. But things like that later on, the amount of money I've had to spend at the dentist over the years because of those tablets, that's the message I'd like to help people with, is you need to think ahead with this stuff. So, my good friend's son he's only 14 months, and they think he's going to be that he's asthmatic, and he can't be diagnosed until he's 2. So I was talking to her, I said, you'll wait until, see what they say. I mean, he's very young. He's very healthy, eats really well. I said, but, you know, he might just need that boost. He started kindy really young because his mum works at a kindy. Wanted to go back to work, but he's just getting sick all the time. And it's once he's had his nap, the congestion builds and he can't breathe. And he's in hospital every other month. So, you know, it's tricky. I just said to her, you know, look, it's all new to her. You don't want to overwhelm. She's a new mum, you know. Yeah. I just said, look, just be mindful of when they're telling. Just know you've got options, and be mindful to be aware of when they're talking you through the treatments that you do have options, and learn to know, because all of those conditions too are very different. There isn't one person with eczema that's exactly the same. And the trouble with doctors and that's they're amazing, but they'll recommend what's in the book. And eczema is really about being comfortable in your skin. So if you get a cream that irritates you, it's not going to work. You're going to rip it off. Whereas we had doctors telling Mum, no, leave it on. Just get her to leave it on. It's going to work. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So you know, they're the aspects I'd love to help people with, because it is horrible. It is just horrible. So yeah, there's that side of it. It's just planning ahead too, just making sure that you're looking after yourself, you know, next year as well as today, I guess, especially for the kiddies. It's just, so that's my passion behind it. I just don't want anyone to have to go, any kids to have to go, or anyone, but especially the children, to go through that.
So that's our aim, isn't it? Just to share it with as many people.
I just want to help them, and just,
you know, and so many people need it. I mean, I didn't have any health problems as such, but it still changed my life, as in how much energy I have. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So when you were 8 months pregnant,
all the time. I ate healthy all the time.
8 months pregnant with a toddler who wasn't sleeping that well, were you? Isn't that what, when you started? Were you like quite heavily pregnant?
I was 5 months when I started, and I was really, really struggling, just really, really tired, because I was working full time. And but then once I started, within I think it was about 4 days, I just felt really good. And within 2 weeks, I felt amazing. I was staying up till 10 o'clock working at night, getting up at 5, and I felt great. I had so much energy right through my pregnancy. And I recovered from the birth like nothing else. I got up, made myself a coffee an hour after it had happened. And I was like, cruising the halls, and they're saying, wow, you look great. And I'm like, yeah, I feel great. So, baby, I know. I felt amazing. And I just had no painkillers. Like, it was really quite incredible how different it was to my first birth, and that whole experience, and going through those first few months of, you know, with a newborn. And, I don't know where I'd be without it, you know. So even for people that don't have health issues, I still don't think that many of us get the real amount of nutrition that our bodies need every day. So I'll
look at you both. You're glowing.
Yeah, and like
you're both always glowing when I see you.
And I've only had about 4 hours. I've only had 4 hours sleep, Lanisa. I went on a boozy.
Are you sure?
I went on a boozy girls' day yesterday.
Did you? Nice. Good for you.
Yeah, and then also, so I'm allergic to cats, right? And
me too.
I stayed at my friend's house, and guess what was in the room when I went in there? The cat. So anyway, I was expecting, because normally my eyes would swell up and I'd be really bad, but I've just had sort of like just tiny hay fever symptoms. So that's huge for me, because normally I would have been all night rubbing, like so irritated. Like the cat was actually in my bed. And I was like, did you know I was allergic to cats? I was freaking out. But
that's things that used to set me off don't now. Or I used to touch a bit that was itchy on my arm or something, and it would blow up and it'd be up for a week. And then it's itchy, so you scratch it and it gets worse and worse and worse. And that's how it happens. I'm just saying, I hear you. It gets better, doesn't it? Like, you just literally don't even have allergies to things anymore. It's like, it's amazing. I'm not about to try my luck on the foods I was allergic to, though. I won't go that far. But Rachel just asked a question before about, and I told her it definitely is, but Would it be okay quickly if we just touch on, she asked about it being safe to have during, before and after pregnancy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suze?
So it's actually endorsed by paediatricians and obstetricians, and I have a letter that I could share with her about that.
Okay.
That they actually recommend it. They did some studies on pregnant mothers that were on Juice Plus and ones that weren't, and it was quite incredible that all the mums that were on Juice Plus had no incidences of premature birth, of babies that have any respiratory problems, or there was all these things. I can't remember all the details, but basically people that had the Juice Plus babies had good pregnancies and really healthy babies, whereas the others, there were other
problems
And
in some situations. Yeah.
And I wish I had known about it, because I didn't find out about it really until after I'd had my kids, and I wish I had found out about it before, because I would have taken it all the way through. And then I found we ran out of it a few weeks ago. So sorry, Suze.
How bad is it when that happens?
When you run out of it, you really notice it, and the kids noticed as well. The kids are like, "Mum, when are we getting the chews? When are we getting the chews?" They just kept asking. They actually did a dance when the package turned up, because they knew it was the Juice Plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Noah's the same. Yeah, and just wants to eat the whole packet.
Yeah.
So sorry, I don't know if I said all of that. So we've got all that research to back that up, and there's a doctor who talks about that as well. Dr. Tamara Hunter. There's a whole segment that she talks about pregnancy, and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I can send all that through for you. You can pass it on, Lanisa.
That would be really good. Yeah, I hope that helps, Rach. That should help with That's okay. Thank you, Suze. Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you guys so much for your information, and I know that Kylie will find that really useful as well. So thanks for recording. Can I access the recording just back on Zoom?
Oh yeah. What I'll do is, Lanisa. Yeah, I'll download it all and I'll put it on to Juicy Family and send it to you. But look, anyone that's asking questions, Lanisa, Suze and I'll be more than happy to talk to them. We can just
anytime.
Yeah,
we can do this any Sunday that you like, really.
Yeah, okay. Sweet. I might
we just give people the information and then they can decide.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, and I've been saying the same things. There's just some things, the way you guys break it down, I don't have that yet. So
it's just practice, and we've had plenty of time to the more questions we're asked, the more we research and find out. So
you've been doing it longer than me too, so I'll get there. I'll learn that stuff.
And it's okay not to know, because there's always someone that does know. So if we didn't know an answer, we'd have someone to ask too. So. Yeah,
the thing is with Juice Plus too is everyone who ends up sharing it with people or being a franchisee is because they've had success, right? And
absolutely.
And I find too, for me personally, I get so passionate and caught up in my story. I share other people's stories, but I don't know it like I know my own. So I find that's my strength. I can explain that until the cows come home, I think, fairly confidently about how it can benefit, because I know firsthand. It's like anything, isn't it, when you know yourself? But then like I said, everyone's different, and I think people like hearing that too, especially with certain conditions where it's not textbook, and they like hearing, look, everyone's different. You might need to try this instead, so it's good to know outside of your situation a little bit more about how it benefits those situations, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. That would be awesome. I think when it comes to these things, we might just jump on here if that's okay for a while.
Yeah.
And if we have free time. Yeah, because it's fun too. We can catch up. And Yeah. Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you so much. I'll pass it on to Kylie and I'll make a time. She's definitely keen to find out more for her little girl. And she actually does a lot of fundraising with children, and she's involved with quite a few family daycares. So she's actually wanting some information to pass on to quite a few families. So I might see if she can get them to jump on at the same time.
She's in a lot easy if people can hear firsthand. And
she's in community play groups and things. So I know they've all got a lot of pages and things, so it might be a good way to do it just all at once. That would be cool.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much. It was so
Awesome.
good to
Thank
see you
you.
guys
Bye.
and talk to
Bye,
you.
Rachel.
Bye, Rach.
See you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Is she at work? Is she at work? Next time.
Yeah, she's at work.
Yeah. We'll see you again, Rachel. Next time, jump on so we can see your face.
Yeah, she has a beautiful face. She's gorgeous. She's all gorgeous.
Okay.
We're related. How can she? No, I'm just kidding. All right. See you guys. Have a good one. Thank
See
you.
ya. Okay, bye.
Bye.